So welcome students in the projection of lines module. In this coming session we will discuss about the line inclined to both the planes. So in the previous sessions we have discussed how to draw the projections of a line when the line is inclined to one of the plane and parallel to other plane. So whenever line is parallel to one of the plane, over that plane we can see its a true length and over the other view it's a apparent length. Suppose line is parallel to vertical plane, means we can see front view is a true length over vertical plane. Suppose line is parallel to horizontal plane, in that case top view is a true view and front view is a apparent view. Suppose line is parallel to both the planes HP as well as VP, then both the views, that is front view and top view, are the true in nature. Now the difficulty rises when line is inclined to both the planes, that is line is inclined to VP as well as line is inclined to HP. In that case, why difficulty rises? Because line is inclined to both the planes, so that's why we cannot see true length and true inclination in both the views. Remember the previous cases what we discussed. Just recall them. If you didn't understand, watch the videos previously, but those videos are very important in order to understand this session. I will repeat, whenever line is parallel to one of the plane, in that case we can see it's a true length and true dimension. Here in this case, the true length of the line is 55 mm, which is given to you. Theta means inclination with respect to HP is 30 degree, and phi, that is inclination with respect to VP, is 30 degree. Remember, theta is a notation we will use henceforth for HP inclination, and phi is a notation we will use for vertical plane inclination. Okay, theta is for HP, phi is for VP. So here in this case line is inclined to both the planes, that is HP 30 degree and for VP 30 degree, and true length is 55 mm, and we need to draw the projections of a line. So how to solve this problem? So we'll go very step by step. So follow the procedure step by step. So what we will do, first we will draw true length. So first we will assume that, let us assume that line is a parallel to VP and inclined to HP. Assume that line is a parallel to parallel to VP and inclined to HP. What is the inclination with respect to HP? 30 degree. And what is the true length? 55 mm. So in the first case, we will assume that line is inclined to HP in parallel to VP. So first we will draw that condition. What is that? Line is inclined to HP. What is the inclination? 30 degree. So 30 degree is the inclination. So I will make 30 here. What is the length? 55 mm. Okay. So this is our line which is inclined to HP by 30. Okay, and true length is 55 mm. In the first case we have assumed that line is inclined to HP and parallel to VP, means so this is the line which is inclined to HP and parallel to VP and true length is 55. So let us draw projections down, vertical projections down. We will draw horizontal projections, or we will draw horizontal lines, and these horizontal lines we call as locus of point A and point B. Okay. I will move this to here. So this is the locus of point B, and this is the locus of point A. So this is the locus of point A and this is the locus of point B. So I will name this point. So this point I will call AF, and so this is not BF. So AF, BF is the notation for front view, and AH, BH are the notations we will use for top view. Remember, this is not BF because when BF will come into picture, when line is inclined to both the planes. Right now here we don't have BF point, we need to find it out. Okay, so first what we have done here, we have drawn the line 55 mm which is inclined to HP by 30 degrees. So I will write the notations here or dimensions here. So this is the 30 degree. Okay, okay, so we will locate one more point AH, random distance, no problem, AH. So this point, I will copy this point AF to here. So I will name this point as AH. Okay, so AH, BH is the notation for top view, and AF, BF is the notation for front view. So we have located point AF and AH. We have drawn the line, true length of 55 mm. So I will indicate true length also. Okay, so this is the 55 mm line. So point BF is still unknown to us. So AF and AF, both the points we have determined. So whenever line is inclined to both the planes, so we will solve this problem step by step. So what we have done in the first step is that first we have drawn one line, that is 55 mm length and 30 degree to HP. We have imagined that, we have considered that, or we have assumed that line is inclined to HP and parallel to VP. In that case, so this particular line nothing but top view line. Okay, so this particular line we call top view line. I will call this point as, I will name this point as small h. Okay, small h. So this h and small h are nothing but, this particular line is nothing but top view length of a line or top view of a line of AF, and here we call one more line, it is a true length, so we call this point as B dash F, not BF, B dash F. So we will copy this notation. Or simply B, no problem. Okay, so AFB is nothing but true length, and its top view is AH, small ah, capital AH to small ah. Okay, so this is the first step. The first step understood. First we have imagined that line is a parallel to VP and inclined to HP. So this is the scenario. Now in the second case, we will imagine that line is inclined to VP and parallel to HP. Okay, in the second case, line is inclined to VP and parallel to HP. In that case, we can see true length and true inclinations in case of top view. Okay, so already we have point AH. So from this point AH, we will draw one line. What is the inclination with respect to VP? Is it's a 30 degree. And what is the true length? 55. Okay. So here we have got the point. So we have here locus of point B. In case of top view also we have obtained locus of point B and locus of point A. Similarly, we have in case of front view, this is locus of point A and this is locus of point B. No doubt about that. BF lies over this locus. Similarly, BH lies over this same locus. So I will copy this just for time being. Where is that? Yes. So this is the locus of point B in case of top view, and this is the locus of point B in case of front view. This is the locus of point A in case of front view, and this is the locus of point A in case of top view. Now, so let us go for the dimensions so that you will get the idea how we have done. So this is the 30 degree line. What about its inclination? So no dimension. Okay. So true length 55 mm, true inclination with respect to VP 30 degree. Now in this case, which is the front view, so we will extend the projections up and somewhere here it cuts the locus. So this point we will denote as small b. Small b. Here we have determined ah, small ah, here small bf, or let us go for the simplicity, we will remove this h term, small a. Now we will copy this. So this is small e, yes, this is we call small b. So notations are not so important, logic is important. Okay, so we have drawn the true length in case of top view now with 30 degree inclination, 55 mm length. We will extend the projections up to the locus of point A. You can see here it has cut the locus of point A somewhere here, and we call this point as, so this point as B. Now what we have done here is, in the first case we have assumed line is inclined to HP and parallel to VP. We have obtained top view length, that is AH small a. In the second case we have obtained the front view length, that is AFB. Okay, so the notations are not so important, this is for your simplicity purpose, you can change the notations, but remember front view notations we will use AF, BF, top view notations AH, BH, and XY points remains same, and theta is for inclination with respect to HP, and phi it is inclination with respect to VP. Now still problem is not yet solved, because still we have not obtained front view and top view. So how to obtain it? Very simple. We have now front view length, that is AFB, and top view length, that is HB. So front view length we have AFB and top view length we have AHB. but we don't know its inclination, means we don't know where it is the front, where the point BH lies over point B, and we don't know where the point BF lies over locus of B. So what we will do, we'll rotate the line AFB up to the locus of point B in case of front view, and similarly we will rotate the line AHB up to the locus of point B in case of top view. So how to start, how to draw? So let us take start, end, radius. Okay, so I will take start point of arc, so this is my start point, end point here, radius is nothing but no, I will draw the arc, start, center, end. Yes, start, center, end. So this is my starting point of the arc, this is my center point, and this is my end point. So this line is nothing but my end point. Yes, so whatever I have done, I have rotated this line AFB up to the locus of point B. I have obtained here, you can see, up to the locus of point B. Just I will repeat. So this is my starting point, this is my end point, arc, start, center. Start, center, end. Start, this is my center. Yes, so we have drawn one arc up to the locus of point B. Just I will trim these extra lines. Yes, as you can see here, so this arc is we have drawn up to the locus of point B. Okay, now what I will do, I will draw one line, I will use the color magenta now, or magenta color. So from point AF I will draw one line up to this arc which have cut or intercepted the locus of point B. So here, yes. So this magenta color line is nothing but my front view. So I will denote this point as BF. Yes. So I have rotated AFB. Why we have rotated AFB? Because we know that the line which is inclined to VP and parallel to HP, so this is the front view, that is apparent view, and we have rotated this line up to the locus of point B. We have obtained a point BF. Okay, now similarly we know the top view length, that is AH small b. We will rotate this line up to the locus of point B and we will get point BH. So AHBH is nothing but top view. Yes, let us rotate it. Start, center, end. So this is my starting point and this is my center point, No, I will change the color to basic. Okay, arc, start, center, end. So this is my start point, this is my center point. It has happened. Start, center, angle, start, end, direction. Yes, and this is my center point, this is the starting point, and this is my end point. Now it has come opposite, it is coming opposite direction. Let me correct it. This is the start point of the arc, this is the center point, or better I will draw circle. Center point is yes, this is the center point, this is the radius. Yes, I will trim the extra lines. I will trim the extra lines. So I will break this circle. Yes. So we have obtained, but doesn't matter, in the opposite direction we have obtained, but similarly you can draw arc here from AHB. You take compass and center point as AH, radius B, and you rotate and you draw one arc which will cut this locus of point B at this point. Okay, here this start center. It is not coming. It is not coming actually. Start, center, end. Okay, so this is the point. In the opposite direction would we have obtained, but doesn't matter. You can take the compass. You take AH as center point, and B is the AHB. Small b is the radius, and you draw one arc which will cut to locus of point B at this point. So we'll draw one line. I will take the magenta color. Similarly here magenta color from AH to this point. So this is nothing but BH point. Okay, so let us name it BH point. Okay, so AH, BH, both the points we have obtained. So AH and BF, both the points are obtained. You can see AF, BF is the front view and AH, BH is the top view. One interesting note here, suppose we connect point BF and BH, you can see these lies over the same projection lines, you can see these lies over the same projection lines. So means if you know BF, you can easily locate BH if you know the locus of point B, or in other words, if you know BH and if you know locus of point B in case of front view, you can easily locate point BF. Okay. So angle made by the front view with respect to HP, so that angle we call alpha. So let us measure the angle alpha. You can see it is a 35 degree. Then similarly, this angle we call beta. So front view angle is 35 degree, that is alpha, and top view angle is 35 degree, that is beta. By looking at the figure, yes, you can easily conclude that apparent inclination, that is front view inclination and top view inclinations are the apparent inclinations. These are greater than true inclination, because true inclination is 30 degree and apparent inclination is 35 degree. True length is always higher than the apparent length. You can see true length is 55 mm, whereas apparent length, if you measure the dimensions, yes, apparent dimension is only 46.87, means the true length is always higher than the apparent length, and apparent inclinations are always higher than the true inclinations. Okay, so this is by rotation of line method, you can easily find out front view and top view of a length. Okay, so practice this problem, and in the upcoming sessions we will solve one more problem.